About 6 weeks ago, I was driving a 2003 Power Stroke diesel when this happened. Fortunately for me, I didn't get hurt, but as you can see in the pictures, my truck was totaled, which put me back in the market looking for a new truck. I ended up with this Ram 2500 with Cummins engine, but while I was looking, I found it incredibly hard to find out simple things about these trucks, such as real life miles per gallon. So with just 500 miles on the truck, my family and I decided to take a trip to Yellowstone National Park, and I decided to reset the trip meter in the truck so that when we got back we could see the real life MPG for this trip. The trip ended up being almost exactly 1,000 miles, and Yellowstone is about 5 or 6 hours from my house. So 10 to 12 hours of that trip was freeway driving, speeds up to 80, 85 miles an hour. The rest was spending time puttering around in the park for a few days. If you've been to Yellowstone, you know that it's high altitude, very hilly, and it was pretty cold while we were there, between 25 and 40 degrees most of the time. I had my whole family, so there was 5 of us in the car, all of our luggage, some coolers, and some supplies. So, you know, we were by no means fully loaded in this big truck, but we weren't running empty either. So I thought it was a good, typical family vacation trip, and let's take a peek at the trip meter and see how we did. So a trip meter here showing 19.8 MPG. It was actually at 21.1 when we got home from the trip, but I did run to the car wash and did some in-town shopping, which dropped it down a bit. But still, 19.8. I'm very pleased with that. In my 03 Power Stroke, I probably would have had 14 to 15 on that same trip. Now I know many people call this the lie meter, but when I filled up halfway through the trip, it was a little bit high, but I was probably within half a MPG of where it said it was on the trip meter. So needless to say, I'm very pleased with my new truck. It's very quiet, it's very powerful, and it gets better gas mileage than my 03 Power Stroke did by quite a bit. I'm very much looking forward to towing with it, so hopefully I can plan a trip soon to take my trailer out, and once I do, I will post the miles per gallon results for that trip as well so that you can see them. And while I do miss my 03 Power Stroke, I think this truck is going to be a lot of fun.